A little hard to start this morning. Not as bad as it was a couple weeks ago. It's just getting old, I guess. Kind of like everything else. Weather report. Happy Monday, all. My phone is really dirty. Yuck. I didn't turn off my Wi-Fi, so I can't reach it. Come on, I don't have time for this. No, I didn't say I wanted Google Assistant. Close all. Let's go back to weather, shall we? It's not 69 out here. Anywho. Feels a lot warmer than 69. Feels like about 74, 75 at least. 93% humidity. Okay, so yeah, welcome to the day. Today's November 11th, Monday. And I'm off for work. Getting a late start. Had the chores around the house this morning, taking out all the trash, all that stuff. Got the yard pretty much cleaned up. I can't trim my bush, man. It's too tall. I'm gonna have to go over to the hardware store and get one of those long pole pruner things, because that is too tall to reach with a 6-foot ladder anymore. Can't get there. So I'm gonna see if I can beat the trash guys out here, because I don't want to wait behind them. All right, off I go. Tomorrow is my birthday. Another year clicked by in a blink of an eye. How's my fuel? Yeah, I'm almost full. I'm good. Which way am I going? I'm going the wrong way. I need to go this way today. Trash guys confused me. I need to go Westpark Toll. I'm going to go to the Galleria area. I don't think you guys have seen me come out the neighborhood this direction. I always go the other way. Getting out and doing it. Getting that exercise. Good job. I need to do the same. I've been so lazy. Well, not lazy, busy. I haven't done any real physical exercise, dedicated exercise, let's say. I'm always doing something physical, but not exercise per se, in a long time. I mean, like, shit, a year? I was doing PT for a little while, trying to rehabilitate my back and my shoulders and all that, but the shoulder problems really screwed me up. It was making it too difficult to really do a lot of upper body anything. Get out here now. Ooh, bright light. Yeah, it was just too much. The pain in my right shoulder particularly was too much, and then I was dealing with lower back at the same time, and neck, you know, radiating pain everywhere. So I just kind of paused on the whole physical. Are we going? Are we going? Are you staying? You're staying. I'm going. Any physical, you know, activity, even isometrics, were causing me a lot of problems. But I'm finally getting back to a point now that I think I can do, you know, low impact cardio and, you know, normal stuff, because I'm walking better. My lower back isn't as bad. I still have a lot of pain and sciatica and stuff in my left leg. That was the leg that got crushed by the Jeep tire against the bike. That was where the impact point was. So I can get mobile. I don't think I'm up to riding a bicycle. I think that would be too much pelvis twisting and whatnot to deal with, but I could do, you know, walking and no jogging or anything, just, you know, slow, long-term stuff, low impact. And then I can probably start getting back into upper body isometrics, push-ups, pull-ups, things like that. I'm just going to have to take it easy on my shoulder, because I haven't had a follow-up MRI on any of that stuff since the accident, or wreck, not an accident. The tears in the right shoulder, if I remember right, it was like 33% they were estimating, 33, 34%, something like that, in one major portion of the ligaments. And then my left shoulder had 2 tears that were smaller, like an 18% and a 25% or something like that. And my left shoulder seems to have healed up pretty well. It's not really bothering me too much. But the right shoulder, where the tear is also impinging the nerve, and it makes my whole right arm light up on fire. It hurts like crazy. So I've been taking it easy on it as much as possible. But I need to start doing some exercise, some light resistance training, you know, isometrics, whatever it is, to build up a little bit more muscle and help support all that, because I've lost so much muscle mass over the last year. You know, really within the first 4 months, all my shoulder mass, deltoids, and, you know, even my lats, and, you know, I forget what the name of the rear flexors are on your shoulder blades above your lats, but all of that just kind of disappeared. It withered away so fast, it was unreal. I've never had such fast muscle loss. So anyway, I gotta get to working out. I gotta get to exercising. My weight has stayed about the same. I haven't really gained or lost anything in decades. I kind of hover right around 154 pounds, give or take 3 pounds. So that means I've gained fat to replace the muscle that I've lost, because my ass has disappeared. I'm starting to get the old man no acetol disease. Starting to look like a frog that stood up, just straight and flat. My glutes have disappeared. My legs, my quads and all that, they're about the same. I haven't really noticed that I've lost anything there, but definitely my glutes and my shoulders, my lats, my trapezius, all that stuff just disappeared. Withered away. I gotta start working on it. I've thought about stuff like TRT, you know, testosterone replacement therapy, all that nonsense, but I don't want to get into chemicals, you know. I don't know. I mean, I can see some of the merits of TRT if I've got really low T count, which I haven't had that tested, because that affects a lot of things. It affects focus and mood and energy levels and everything all in one. So I don't know. I kind of understand the benefits of it, but I'm not one for taking drugs of any kind. I don't like that. It doesn't work for me, psychologically or physically. I've always got some kind of nasty side effect to any drug that I take, even over-the-counter stuff. I just hate it. Can't stand it. So I try to avoid that at all costs. Recreational drugs have never really been a part of my lifestyle. I'm no prude. I've done a few things here and there, nothing heavy, you know. The common recreational ones I've dabbled in occasionally, and they were interesting for insights, but it's not something that I would want to use on a habitual basis in prolonged exposure to. Just, I don't know, I always had a bad reaction to it after the fact. So not my thing, not my thing. Even prescription drugs, I can't take them for any length of time without them either becoming ineffective on me, just totally nothing, you know, like painkillers, they just stop working after a couple days. My body adapts and tunes them out, or I have, you know, immediate negative reactions to them. Not my style, man. So getting on a replacement therapy, you know, like a testosterone supplements or something like that, that's just one more friggin' treadmill you got to run on, you know. I mean, you're always feeding that new habit, that new addiction, whatever you want to call it, just to maintain. I have a problem with that. Tired and hungry. Goodness, I didn't eat. The last thing I had to eat was yesterday at well, breakfast, I guess, 9 o'clock. So it's right about that time now, isn't it? Yep, 8:45. So 24 hours. I'm hungry. Need to eat. I think today is going to be Sweet Paris, because it's right over by my client office. Meet my buddy there. Gonna have a little quick breakfast and get to it. Try to knock out as much of this dental office as we can. Finish the project. It's been kind of languishing on for a while because we can only do the heavy lifting work, the cable runs and cutting holes in walls and rearranging furniture stuff on Mondays. That's the only day of the week that they're not seeing patients in the hygiene stations and all that, doing exams and whatnot. So Mondays are the only days we can do it. I can be in there other days of the week, doing background stuff and swapping workstations, as long as I'm not under their feet or impeding the flow of business. So anyway, I want to get this thing done so I can get paid on the job. I got a lot of time wrapped up in it. I want to bill it, get paid. I hope. Still waiting on my big checks coming in. I've got 2 more large checks for projects, large-ish. I won't give money amounts, but many thousands of dollars. And then the insurance settlement thing is supposed to happen sometime this month for the wreck last year. Not sure what the holdup there is. I haven't seen any more disbursements and notices from Geico. They did send one about 3 weeks ago to the attorneys, a smaller one, and the attorneys are hanging on to that so they can settle out medical payments and all the stuff that they were helping to coordinate. But the larger one is probably going to get mostly eaten up by the ER bill, the major medical stuff. That was, over $75,000 all told. So not great. It means there's not a lot left for me, if any. Once the lawyers take their 45%, I think is what they get. 45 or 46%, some crap like that. I don't know. It's a sliding scale. If it doesn't go to trial, if they don't have to do any heavy real work, then it's 40%. But if they have to do additional filings, or if it goes to trial, then it goes up to 46% of the take. And I don't know if that's pre-expenses or post-expenses. I'm not sure how that works. So in other words, if the total is $130,000, all that we can milk out of the insurance company, then they take all the medical bills out of that, and whatever's left, do they take 40% or 46% from that amount, or do they take 46%, whatever it is, right off the top, and then leave me holding the bag for open medical bills? I don't know. I'm sure whatever it is, I'm going to not get very much. I'll probably just barely break even, but if I could break even enough to get some of these big bills off of my credit sheet, that would be great. There's 3 of them that have already filed liens, or I forget what they call it, but it's basically it's not a collection, it's a lien. That's what I'm trying to get to. So it's some kind of a medical lien that they filed, and some of the smaller ones have gone to collections because it's been over a year. But I don't know. Unfortunately, once that stuff goes to collections, you can never get it off your credit sheet. And don't ever pay collection agencies, because they're under no obligation whatsoever to clear it off your credit sheet. And over half the time, they don't. They buy that debt from the original provider, and all it is to them is just paper. They're just pushing paper, and they want money. They don't care about expunging the credit action from your credit report or whatever. They could give a shit. They just want their money, and they run away laughing. So they've got no incentive at all to clear your name unless you can hold that money for ransom somehow and get something in writing from them saying that they will remove the credit item from your sheet within X number of days or whatever. So, yeah. I've been down that path before. Long story, probably shouldn't discuss it here, but my first fiance back in my 20s had a real problem with her. She was embezzling money from me, doing all kinds of nasty stuff. We were engaged, not married, and I had pretty much the highest credit rating you could have at that point. I had worked real hard to get my credit score super high so I could do a lot of business stuff. And I mean, this is back in the early 90s, and I can't remember what the highest credit score back then was. It was like 780 or something like that, but I had immaculate, amazing credit. And she was forging my signature as a cosigner on a bunch of credit cards and all kinds of department store stuff. And I caught her doing it. She already knew she was on the way out because I'd caught her cheating on me. So she was on her way out, and she was basically giving herself a parachute. A very big parachute. So what I'd figured out or found was over $120,000 in credit fraud. She had opened up all these lines of credit and done a whole bunch of shopping, and what she was doing was getting stuff on the credit cards and then taking it back to the stores for cash or other payback. And that's back when they didn't force it to go back to the card like they do now. So yeah, anyway, long story short, I ended up with a whole lot of shit on my credit report that wasn't me. It was all fraudulent. It was identity theft in essence. So I had to go through about 2 years worth of cleaning all that stuff up, and a lot of it, the smaller credit actions that I had paid agencies or whatever, they didn't remove it from my sheet, and they didn't drop off my credit report for 7 years, the full maximum term. So yeah, moral of the story, don't pay collection agencies because they're under no obligation to help you out. They just want your money. Go, dude. Somebody go. Hot in his helmet. Sun is getting toasty. Somebody lost their book report. This guy's on his phone, weaving around, fast, slow, fast, slow. Maintain. Stay with traffic. I think both of them are. Yep, they're both on their phones, weaving left, right, fast, slow. Get off your fucking phone. concrete factory. They always put this stuff near the highways for the construction projects. I never thought about that until I lived down here in Houston, Texas in general, but especially Houston, where all the roadways are concrete, and you see all these concrete fab areas lined up near the big highway intersections and road projects. It only makes sense, you know, logistically. You want the supply closer to you so they don't have to run the trucks so far, because once they mix that concrete, it's on a timer. You got to get it poured out or it turns into a big ass rock. I had that weird GoPro bug hit me again last week and a half, whatever, ago, where the GPS disables itself. When I went over to a buddy's office Saturday a week ago, maybe 2 weeks ago now, I guess I bumped the audio connection, you know, going into the side of the camera, and my video scrambled, but it was still recording, so it went all pear-shaped and wonky, and it was just a weird video artifact. When that happened, it killed my GPS apparently, because I recorded, you know, several vlogs and they didn't have any GPS info on them. I'm like, what the hell's going on? I went back into the camera. Sure enough, the GPS was turned off. So there's some kind of a firmware bug in the GoPro 11 is what this one is, that if that audio connector unplugs while you're recording, it defaults a bunch of settings in the camera. It changed the video stabilization settings. It changed a bunch of stuff. So that's a pretty weird little bug. That happened to be on the 23 Cannonball. I had two GoPro 11s. One was brand new out of the box, and that's the one that I configured and put on the helmet. And I turned on the GPS, and I had GPS when I left Houston, but then just in the rain, like the next day or something like that, it got disabled, and I didn't realize it for the entire trip that I was recording. No GPS. Well, it annoyed the shit out of me, man. Luckily, I had GPS from the 360 cam when it was running, and it wasn't always running. And then the VOFO front rear dash cam also recorded GPS, but it didn't record all the same telemetry. You know, you don't get all the stuff that the GoPro gauges give you. So anyway, something to watch out for if you are using these action cameras for motovlogging or whatever. Check your camera settings periodically, because they're not going to always stay there. They could get switched out on you outside of your control. Funny enough, that the GPS bug happened almost at the same time, within like a day or so of when I screwed up my telemetry extractor license, or telemetry overlay license. I was having problems with video encodes on it just freezing, and they weren't working. So I tried uninstalling and reinstalling the program, and my license locked up because I saw it as a new install. So I sent a note over to Juan, the developer of telemetry overlay, and said, hey man, I think my support is current, but it says my license isn't found. I don't know what I did. I screwed up. I tried to reinstall it and it said no. I tried installing it on another computer. No. Crap. I am persona non grata. This line of traffic always sucks so bad. This side slows down because invariably you've got a bunch of people up in the front of the line that are slow rolling, trying to find a spot to cheat in and get over here at the last second instead of waiting in line. So once you get up to the front of this where no more assholes can play hopscotch, this just goes. Gonna do that, do it. Get out of the way. I'm no saint. I'll squirt to the line and jump over plenty of times riding a bike, but I get the hell out of the way. These guys are on the brakes doing the same thing. You can see them up there stopping at the top just so they can scoot over. Go! Yep, there's another one. And another one. Get in there, make your decision, asshole. And another one. If you're gonna do it, you find somebody sleeping. Get out of the lane quick. All about merging and filtering without slowing down the rest of the traffic behind you. Because once somebody hits their brakes and creates a ripple in the traffic, as long as the traffic is thick like that, the ripple stays there indefinitely. The only time that ripple disappears is if the traffic load or flow drops by over 50%. I used to watch that phenomenon. It was pretty interesting. I'm sure there's a name in statistics for that. I can't recall what it is off the top of my head, but the clumping and grouping phenomena. When I worked in Austin, I was in the Heartland Bank building at 6th and Mopac, and we were up on the 4th and 5th floors, so we were overlooking the intersection of Mopac where it curves off of the downtown area, you know, onto 5th and 6th Street. So we could see traffic, you know, for a couple of miles in each direction. It was a pretty interesting vantage point. But I would watch the traffic flows, and it's moving along fine, you know, traffic is heavy, it's getting thicker, it's getting thicker, it's getting thicker. And it kept moving at the same speed until somebody did something stupid, like merges over or hits their brakes or, you know, whatever without looking, and creates a panic stop where a handful of people hit their brakes to avoid that moron. Then suddenly I guess I better go this way. It's going to take the surface street, but this will probably be easier. That ripple will stay there, and it gets worse because now everybody's hitting their brakes and slowing down. So you get this big ripple, and you get just forward of that ripple, and traffic is moving normally. Just behind it, it's moving normally right up to the ripple. And you could watch that little bunch up, the slinky, happening, and it would just kind of hover back and forth in the same spot, give or take, you know, a few feet, for hours sometimes. It was crazy. Smoking pot. Who is it? Strong. Which one? I don't see somebody with their windows down. It smells like the guy right in front of me. It's very strong. This guy's on his phone. Yep. In the right hand, sitting there staring at the phone. No footer, no footer. Sure wish these visors had grab tabs on both sides, but it's only on the left. When you're riding a standard motorcycle, it's hard to reach that thing at a stop. Nope, I'm going, dude. Come on, dopey. I'm hungry. Need coffee, need breakfast. I might mix it up today. I usually get the Canadian over here, which is a crepe stuffed with potatoes, scrambled eggs, I can't remember what else. There's bacon, there's several things in it, and then they serve it with maple syrup over the top. Really good. I think I might mix it up. Try something different. Get an omelet today, maybe. Guy was going to cut out in front of me without looking. Costco. I need to go over there today. I saw a meme during the election, or just before the election, where they were talking about if Costco requires photo ID, then so should voter registration stuff. And I didn't really pay much attention to it. I thought it was a joke. I didn't know they were serious. They're serious. My son tried to go shopping. I probably should have gone there. All right, I'll cut in somewhere. My son went shopping last night at Costco for us, you know, with my Costco card. He went to pick up some eggs and a handful of things, and they bounced him. They said, no, you can't, because your name isn't on this card. They're checking photo ID and card ID. Come on, he's the same name, he's in the same family. What's the problem? It's crazy. So now, if you've got family members or dependents, you have to buy a card for them. They've got to be a card holder in order to shop there, even if they're using your card. You know, I don't understand that. It's crazy. Ugh. Sam's has never done that. Costco didn't used to do that, but I guess maybe people are abusing it and giving it to non-relatives or whatever. But come on, if you're the same name, same address, should just be understood. Anyway, I'm bitching, but that's annoying. Okay, I'll park behind him again instead of using another spot. Okay then. Breakfast time. Sweet Paris Creperie and Cafe. All right, breakfast is done. It was very good. Not as good as usual, though. I changed gears. I got the Feast breakfast crepe this morning instead of the Canadian, and it was okay. A little bit heavy on the ricotta cheese and stuff. I'm not really a fan. I ate it. It was good, very filling, but I think the Canadian is a better choice. But more importantly, I'm not hungry. I had 4 cups of coffee and that big old omelet crepe, whatever you want to call it, and yeah, I'm full. I'm not going to eat again until much later today, if at all. And what in the fuck are you doing? Genius in action. Just pull around right in the middle of traffic, not looking, stop diagonally. No one on the road but you. Somebody's moving out, doing some construction. Oh, lights. They're putting new lights in the building. Okay. Hopefully I can get into the home stretch on this project today. I think I can get down to maybe only 2 machines left to swap. I'm just going to back it in. Yeah, I think I can do that. I'm hoping I can pretty much knock this out because I do want to build the project. And a lot of times with these long projects, customers just want to see it done before they pay. Well, okay, the longer I'm here, the more money it costs. So eventually the bill starts getting really big and bigger than they might expect. And then there's sticker shock when they look at it and go, holy, what? I can't pay that. Well, sorry, I've been here doing the work that you asked me to do, and that's just how much it costs. It's time-based, not project-based. Some of these are project-based, and I just flat bill it and crush them out, but this isn't one that I could do that. I knew that was going to be too hard. It would take too long. And these are the things that I've got to send out for my live stream, 3 weeks ago. I'm such an asshole. I need to get that out. I finally brought them with me today on the bike. I was going to ride the Navi today, but I couldn't fit all this crap on the Navi. So Derek's gloves and Pedro's Senna. I'm going to stop by a shipper today. DHL for this and FedEx for that. So, anywho, welcome to work. I'll catch you guys in a while. Alright, welcome back. It's about 3:30, something like that. I'm headed out early. I was going to stay here and do some more work today, but that breakfast that I ate has done a number on me, and unfortunately it has kicked off my gallbladder issue again, and I'm having one of my allergic reactions. My face is puffing up like the Elephant Man. Whoops. I'm getting hives all over the place, so I got to get home before this gets much worse. Get some Benedryl in me and lay down and rest, because it's only going to get worse from here. Some great birthday present for me. The day before my birthday, I end up with one of these reactions. I just hope it doesn't go really pear-shaped, and it's just one of my normal annoyance reactions where, I get the hives and feel like crap for a day. So unfortunately, my stop for the shipping company to send the packages out today, that's going to have to be postponed yet again. There's always something in the way. Ooh, that's bright. Ah, man, my chest is tight and hurting. I get hives all over. I'm not comfortable right now. My hands are itchy. My eyes are itchy. My eyes get blurry when this happens too. It's a systemic histamine reaction. It's borderline anaphylaxis. Sometimes it can get into anaphylaxis where my throat swells up and it's hard to swallow or breathe, but usually it's just annoying hives and discomfort. Yeah, I was a little concerned about that. When I ate that this morning, I was eating it and I thought, somewhere in the back of my head I was going, I shouldn't eat this, and I didn't finish it all, but I had a lot of it, enough of it that I shouldn't have, and it was all the ricotta cheese. Just too much cheese and milk fats, I guess. But yeah, my gallbladder's definitely telling me about it. Real strong, like indigestion, pain right under my ribs on the right side, and pressure in my chest. I have to do something about that gallbladder eventually. Get it taken out or figure out a way to get rid of the gallstones, whatever's going on. Getting old sucks, man. Should I chance 59? It looks like it's moving pretty good up there. I think I'll get up on 59. and get over to Westpark that direction. Yeah, it's doing all right. Oh yeah, coming to a full stop here, that ain't good. So I've been chatting with 444 today on Discord. Good to know that he's back home, kind of resting, recuperating after the wreck. Uh-oh, another full lane stoppage. I don't want to be over here. He's doing better. Well, not healed, of course, but he's doing, you know, at least he's out of the hospital and out of the woods, so he's going to recover. It's good to know. He has a lot of financial issues, and you know, the bike is gone now, so that's unfortunate, but glad he's still with us. He gave me the approximate numbers on what his medical costs were, and I won't say it here because that's his info, but it's more than what mine cost. Let's put it that way. It's crazy. I was talking about that yesterday, or whenever my last vlog was, and he was in there for the whole day. I don't know if he stayed overnight or not, but yeah, mine was over 75 for 8 hours, and his was more than that, so crazy. Yikes, all because of a deer jumped out in front of him. You just never know what's coming out to bite you. Like those ladders. God, none of those ladders were not properly secured, kids. There were 4 ladders strapped together and just pinched down to each other. If one of those middle ones shifts, they're all coming off that truck. God. Improperly secured loads. We end up with ladders on our highways all the time here in Houston. It's so annoying. It's dangerous. It's bad enough in a car. On a bike, it's can be fatal. Woo. Hot in this helmet. Not enough air moving, and that sun is toasty. Always like those cars. This BMW i8s, good looking cars, great lines to them. Whoa, full stop. Holy shit. Man, these people were not paying attention. Full panic stop. And there was nothing but warning in front of them. Come on, look at what's going on. And then now it's empty. It's just, yeah. Pay attention, people. Get off your phones. And here they come back. Okay. And tailgating again. Come on, hit the gas. Keep going. There's nothing on this ramp ahead of us. Come on, move. Jesus. There's the shipping center I was going to stop at, but can't do it right now. My eyes are starting to get really itchy and swelling up, so gotta get that Benedryl quick. Weather feels great out here, man. Temperature's amazing. Low 70s right now. Air is fairly dry. Feels great. Wish I wasn't having to deal with this sudden attack here. I would love to go for a ride this afternoon. Still might be able to if I get the Benedryl in me fast enough before it really kicks off. I might be okay. well, home again, home again. Time to take some drugs, which I hate, but you know, whatever it takes. Keep myself relatively healthy and on this side of the dirt. I'll catch y'all later.